Welcome to Under the Onion Skin, the podcast to get closer to independent animation directors and get to know some behind the scenes of their short films. My name is Giulia, and each time I talk to a different director about a short film they made. With this podcast, I hope to be able to capture a glimpse of what I love mostly about festivals, to have something to listen to when we're back to our regular lives, but above all to celebrate beautiful films, talented artists and storytellers. Welcome to Under the Onion Skin. I had the chance to catch director Tal Kantor in Lisbon in March 2023 during the Monstra Animation Festival and to briefly talk in a bar. About that, I apologize in advance for the audio quality. This is one of the first episodes I recorded and the place in which we met was unfortunately quite loud. But oh well, that's after all what I wanted to do with this podcast, capturing the real festival atmosphere and informal moments. So here you go. We talk about our multi-award winning film Letter to a Pig, a 10-minute piece about a Holocaust survivor writing a thank you letter to a pig that saved his life. On this episode, among other things, we talk about dealing with heavy subjects, expectations, and feedback from the audience.
There's Stuttgart, and there is. I think it will continue until the end of this year.
It's crazy how the life of the film goes on.
Yes.
Like so much after you finish it.
It's crazy, and it's also. It's nice, but at the same time you are already in somewhere else.
I wanted to say, usually when you finish the film, you wanna.
Yeah, I was ready before
on.
even to move on, and especially when the subject is so heavy, and you sometimes want to talk with people about something light and joke, and I don't know. It's like again, you know, sometimes morning time, talking about the Holocaust.
Actually, it's true. Very often we make films to get rid of something, and then you have to keep talking.
So I realized that only close to when I started to finish the film that, oh shit, now I will have 2 more years of speaking about it.
Yes.
And I'm already somewhere else. I would like to, and it is today in the Q&A, some lady, she asked me like, now it's almost a year since the film started. Don't you feel like how do you feel about it? Do you feel like ready to move on? Do you feel tired from this? So like this is a really good question. Yeah, a little bit like tired. I'm still excited. Whenever somebody wants to talk to me about it, it's always new. But
yeah, I guess also you are also happy that people keep talking about it.
yeah.
So
it's also for
that's
me.
why you made the film.
For me, it's interesting to hear. Even, you know, if there's one person that watch it and have something to tell me, I want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
People start to approach me with, you probably heard it too often, or it's, you heard it enough. And I'm like, no, please say, because I learn a lot still about that. And it's also like, gives me inspiration for next film, because you see what touches people.
Yeah.
What people are paying attention to, what they are care about, what they totally miss, or in which countries they notice certain things and other countries they notice other things.
Does it happen to you that sometimes people notice something that you didn't really plan, or like
It sometimes happens that people are more bothered by something that for me it was like really little.
okay.
I don't know, like a lot of people, let's say what's kind of like the big ears of the girl, the kids, or the noses. People really pay attention to the design of the characters. And for me it was like intentional, but not so important. They rarely ask about, I don't know, like the maybe deeper philosophy behind things, or the mechanism, the politics. Sometimes people are really occupied with technique, or they're very interested in the story of the old man, but they're not necessarily When they do, it's really interesting to hear their questions. And now in Turkey women, what is the name of? She's from Fantosh. Saskia.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was really clever to ask something. There's one shot of 1 second in the film. She noticed something, and she asked me about this. And I told her, like, even in Israel, people didn't ask me this. Like, you're the first person that noticed this.
And what was that?
It's like there is a road where the kids are the aggressive part when the kids are attacking the pig, and they tie the ropes around the pig's head, and it's like in like Judaism you have this thing of I don't know how it's called in like from reference for a religious act that you put this around your wrist before praying.
Yeah, okay.
It was like a number of times you
So there are some like not hidden meanings, but
Yeah.
there are some things.
So there are little references I put there that are commenting and like taking, also the way she holds the pig is quite Christian. Like from Christian iconography as like Maria and many things there, or even the crucifixion. It's a mixture of many things that are under layers. So I think that's intentional for people to talk specifically about that. But when they do notice it, or I don't know, reference to this from I don't know, Jewish museums that I put in the architecture and stuff like that. In Zagreb, for example, some women pay attention to that. So it makes me so happy that people see also the little details, but it's not the details, it's like layers of meanings, so they can read even more deep into it. And some people come with their personal stories after that, my grandmother, my father, and it's really moving.
Yeah.
And for some people it really evokes like the bigger questions on cultural, social dilemmas. Yeah.
What was the biggest struggle with that, to the whole process from the end?
There was so much. I think in the beginning, the development, writing the script was the most. It was almost a torture.
Like emotionally.
Emotionally, I think it's like the phase where you're facing not just to answer many questions you have about the script, like how will I solve? You have endless amount of questions you need to answer, and you don't know yet how to answer.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like unclarity around it, and you need to live with it for a long time. I don't know how it will end, why the character did this. You need to accept the uncertainty of things, which is quite unsettling when you want to have the assurance that this will be good, I know what I'm doing. So to live with this, it will be stupid, it's not strong enough, no one will understand, all these doubts. Yeah, I don't know, for me personally it was like a really hard time, because I had my own expectations and my own doubts, and you have this imposter syndrome and all that artist help. I think this was the hardest for me. There were many challenges with actors and production, but I think the mental process of accepting the unknown in the development and accepting the possibility of this project to fail or to not do the right thing you meant.
Mm-hmm. But was there a moment when then you overcame this, like, okay, this is good now?
I think maybe when the script was already starting to get the right shape.
And maybe also when you started to get prizes or festivals.
Okay, you mean after the film is finished?
No, I mean, I meant also before, but you also said, I wonder if it's gonna be,
Yeah, but it's dangerous to...
Yes, I know.
It's dangerous to put the assurance on your work only by recognition and approval from
Very
outside.
much. Yeah, so you were saying yesterday you should have no expectation.
Exactly.
In that sense.
I prefer that, but also it's like it's not good for me because then what would I do with the next film? It will be the same feeling, and of course I'm happy that people react and that people think it's good and it's important. It's really great, but before that, I think that the process of accepting the path of the film and realizing that the biggest award, I know it sounds like cliché, but it was real, like the biggest award was to have my team with me, to have these encounters, to collect these amazing people, to have these memories with them, and the discoveries, the artistic discoveries we did together with the composer, with the background artists, with the animators, with the actors. And now that we keep still in touch and we have this strong bond, for me it was like, okay, this already was worth maybe making it, or how I discover by myself, like more, I was growing with this film. So I think
That's a very good way to put it.
yeah, so to focus on that and not only on the, it's almost scary for me when it gets the recognition, because then I'm afraid my brain will learn, that this is good, so now I need this is what I need to do, like that, and then you will be afraid to change your technique or artistic language, or you will be afraid to move from this box that was already successful because you want to keep. So I don't want to.
It's good to keep this in mind, but of course it's a bit unconscious, right?
Yeah, of course, and it's like, it's also very human that you get this kind of like, you did good.
Yeah,
you
reward
have
system.
Yeah. But then what do you do when somebody doesn't get what you wanted or doesn't think it's good enough? Then what will you do? The staff? No.
Yeah.
The staff would also just to be aware, of what happens to you and how you react to things, and that you're not. You don't focus on this.
Yes. Well, then maybe you already answered the other question I wanted to ask, which was what was the biggest thing you learned, or like the best moment of all the process?
Right.
Maybe because you said the process with your team.
Yeah.
So maybe that's.
It was two things. There was the process with the team, the discovery of the team work that was really the most rewarding thing. It made me energetic, passionate, like to fall in love again with the project, with your team. Because when you're alone, you have all these doubts and all of that. But also, like, the personal journey was, I think, the biggest gift, because I was really in such a shitty place mentally with this all these anxieties and fears, and so it was a journey I gained many tools, like really personal tools, like mindfulness and therapy and yoga and meditation and just to write to yourself. Like, I got many tools to get out of this fear zone that still serve me today. I think the film was just an excuse to be more aware of what the creative process, the challenges of the creative process can bring you. So then you can get more, more in-centered. Hopefully, I don't know. Now I'm starting to think about a new project, and I start to feel the same. This little. I think we talked about it in Animatech.
Yeah, but I think it's also good. It's part of the process. It's good to have this feeling.
Yeah, and to be friendly with it. And, oh no, the fears are. I have the fears again. No, it's okay. It's part of it.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think it's this. But now also, I guess the gifts are coming also when the film is finished, and people write you or tell you this. I have this document where I keep what people send me because it's so moving. I don't want to forget sentences, and
that's very good thought. Because in the end, and that's also, I think, you make films for your audience, and it's good to to see what they have to say.
It's like it's a little bit like independent baby now. It's like walking alone.
Yeah.
I start to have this, like, it's getting far away from me, in the sense that I now look at it and I'm like, I don't remember quite how he did it. Like, it's not so fresh. I don't know. It changes. It's like there will be soon a Holocaust Memorial Day in Israel, so maybe it will recharge with emotions.
At some point, it's also good to detach, and then you move on with the next.
Yeah. No, I already start this process. It's very gradual. Doesn't happen in one day, but I start to feel already like the fact that I'm curious and I want to develop different things now. I think it's working.
Yes, it's good. Yeah. Then, do you like onion?
We like onion. We like onion. I have to say that I learned several years ago to enjoy to eat raw onion with hummus.
Ah, yes.
Like instead of pita bread, you eat it with onion.
Perfect.
That's good. Try it.
Also, yesterday I think you mentioned that you don't put onion in the shakshuka.
Yeah, but lately I start to put less on. I like more the green onion.
Yeah.
Lately.
Yeah.
It's more subtle. But yeah, onion soup.
I really hope you enjoyed the chat I had with Tal and that you'll have the chance to watch her film Letter to a Pig. You can find Tal and her work on social media, and all the links and info are in the show notes as usual. This was Under the Onion Skin. Thank you for listening, and until next time with another director and a short animated film. Ciao!